As Nigerians celebrate Christmas and the New Year, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration introduced a 50% discount on road transport fares and free train rides to ease travel costs. But the big question is, did you benefit from this initiative? That is the question. So we've received mixed reactions and reports from across the country, with some travelers claiming they enjoyed discounted fares, while others say they did not even feel the impact at all. And we want to hear from you. Did you travel for Christmas and get a 50% discount on your transport fare? Or were you left wondering what fare, or if this policy was just a mere announcement? Now, we want to hear from you. So the numbers would be displayed on your devices. You can call any of the numbers, and also you can send WhatsApp message via the first number to talk about this initiative. Now, we've seen some reports from when it comes to the train stations, and people have said that okay, so far they're getting this free train ride and they've been feeling the impact. Would want to hear from the people using the Wari Etakwe train station as well, if you have experienced this ease when it comes to the free train initiative. And for the road transport, what have you experienced so far? The government says that there has been a 50% reduction. Now, I know that over the week we had a conversation with someone saying that from, I think from Kaduna or from Zaria to another state in the north, I've forgotten, I don't want to just say it wrongly, but he said it's about 8,000. So based on the federal government initiative, it should be that you get to pay 4,000 for that trip. So have you experienced that? We know that this season, of course, a lot of people could not travel. They're still staying here because apart from the travel fares, there's a huge responsibility waiting for you when you go to the village, you go to where your families are at, and a lot of people did not really travel as much. But then for those that travel, were you able to benefit from this federal government initiative? Let's hear your take on that. Call the numbers displayed on your screen, and also you can send WhatsApp message via the first one and tell us your take on that. Now, there's a lot of like I said, pictures, a report, people queuing at the beginning of the train service. We know that some people were commenting on how difficult it was. All right, I think we have our first caller this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Swaya.
Yes, good morning, Shatima. It's good to have you this morning. How is Maiduguri?
Maiduguri is cool, Alhamdulillah.
Okay.
Even though it is dusty, but life continues.
Yeah, indeed. Life continues. As long as you wear your nose mask, it's fine. All right, Shatima, let's hear your take. Have you heard someone saying that there's been a reduction when it comes to the transport fare initiative?
Well, I just opened this the Trust TV now. Okay. I heard about it. I don't even aware of it. But what is wondering me is if this thing become reality, it's a welcome development because we have at least a relief. But I doubt much if it will become a reality. Why I say so? It is only be applicable to government transport fares. If at all there is any, like mass transport owned by government with their own station and rest, but the private operators cannot embrace this, and the reason is simple: because of the fuel expenses of the fuel. If you say the fuel have been reduced drastically, maybe things will become down. But as well as the fuel remain 1,000 plus or 900 and plus, I doubt much if this thing can be reality. But honestly speaking, it's a welcome development because transportation also contributes towards the things become very, 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 very expensive because all the marketers are complaining on the transport fares. And but if at all this 50% discount become reality, it is a big welcome development, and it will be it will also ease the life of the Nigerians.
Okay.
So we are praying so. We are praying so. If at all they will be bringing these initiatives gradually, things will be subsidized, and the life of Nigeria will be at least improved. So it is welcome development, honestly speaking.
Okay.
Well, we are praying to be so. We are praying to be so. And all these initiatives, Sumaya, honestly speaking, things government is also trying, but our people are also contributing towards the problem of Nigeria. Honestly speaking, because now with this discount, I can remember sometime there have been pre-border things, and you do not see a change. Because as I said, it is I think a day before yesterday, or it was yesterday. Our traders, majority of them, I cannot say all, majority of them, they are wicked, Sumaya. What they are after is money, because now they turn to worship money. They don't care about whatever situation that you will find yourself as a common man. What they are after is huge profit. No matter what, they don't even care. You see, somebody will buy something at a cheaper price. He will keep it in the store. He will be waiting when the thing becomes expensive. Then he will just remove and sell. And these prices of goods, they are the one that determine the prices. Like here in Maiduguri, you will buy things today. If you go back tomorrow, the price has become double. So you can imagine, where are we going to? And this money, whatever, how much amount you accumulate, you will go to your grave with that plain cloth. That plain cloth, I think 2,000 naira will cover you. What are you? Why are you disturbing yourself? Be cheating people.
Yeah.
So honestly speaking, Nigerians have to be fear God. We have to fear God. Small profit, you say Alhamdulillah, then you collect it. But if you continue be accumulating wealth, what are you going to do with it?
All right. Do we still have Shatima? Oh, it's sad. I think we lost Shatima. But I appreciate you, Shatima, for calling. Indeed. Now I'm hoping that in the spirit of this season, that Nigerians would turn a new leaf, for people that are exhibiting some of that character. It is profit when you just have a margin of how much you bought that good, but it becomes extortion, to stealing when you're raising the bar too high, doubling the money. Yes, we've experienced that saying from a day to 2 days, the prices of food increasing with nothing causing that increment, nothing, because the fuel price is reducing and the market price is still the same. So I don't know why people are still doing this. But then yes, hopefully we get to talk about also what Shetima said earlier. Let's pick this call. Good morning. Good morning.
Hello.
Yes, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
Good morning. This is Abasekon calling from Gombe State.
It's good to have you this morning, Abasekon. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, same to you. I've sent my minerals through the air, so start tapping and start chewing the biscuit.
You're making me salivate already. I appreciate that gesture.
So, I sincerely speaking, I want to thank Mr. Shetima today because he's very productive today. I'm happy to hear him speak positively.
Yeah.
Unlike before, I would just be in my room being angry. I'm happy.
Okay.
You see, most of the things we are having, most of the problems we are having today is we Nigerians. You go to the market today, things infiltrate. I wanted to travel to Port Harcourt via Lagos. When I had the amount of money, I just withdrew back. I stayed back in Gombe. See, the government is trying, but we are wicked. We are wicked. So other people are benefiting. Okay, why not we also benefit? Like the populace, federal government needs to give discounts so that we also benefit. Like the retirees, both of us were retirees. How much are we paid? How much is the money? So a lot of things, we need to go back to the drawing board. We need to readdress the situation and find out where we are failing. It's just like a child that fell from maybe primary or secondary school or is having a carryover. That child needs to go back to the drawing board to go and re-prepare. Nigeria, we have failed in several aspects. So we need to go back. We need to go back and retrace our steps. Read again for us to comfort. Thank you this morning. God bless you, Sonia.
I appreciate it. Thank
very
you
wonderful
so much.
Presenter.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate the backroom staff and all of you.
I appreciate you too. Thank you so much. Basically, I think what Abasego was talking about is how much we need to work on ourselves first. And I always say that word of, if you're pointing a finger, realize that the other one is pointing right back at you. If you want change, then it has to start with you. And hopefully we get to see that, in the coming year. People need to change. People need to know that as much as you want to grow yourself, you also need to put your people and your country at heart. That is what would make you human. But then have you witnessed any 50% reduction when it comes to transport fare this season? Good morning. Yes, good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
Good morning.
Yes, your name and where you're calling us from?
My name is Ken. I'm calling from Edo State.
Ken from Edo. Good to have you. Merry Christmas. Let's hear your take on today's
Merry
topic.
Christmas. Yeah, please, I just want to trip in my little idea. You see, this idea of giving 50% for the railway and all that. There are some other factors we need to consider. We see Nigeria, we have grown beyond all this. Let me use the word scam. This country, we are just in the hands of scammers. There are people who are very far from the train. I give you an example. I live in Auchi, to be precise. This railway at Wepa you are talking about, for you to board a bike or a vehicle to that train station is more than 8,000 naira, for crying out loud. There are people who don't even have 1,000 naira to have their breakfast this morning. There are other things you do. You remove fuel subsidy. The life is very difficult for people to live. You are coming to tell us that you have a relief of 50% in the trainway. Is it everybody that can afford it? What about the woman in the village who want to go and buy a food product? All these things we are talking about have to match with this fuel subsidy. If I tell you the cost of transportation in my area, you will pity for us. I don't know the kind of country we are living. The truth, people don't want to say it. Jonathan was this same president in this country when he removed subsidy for just a day. People gathered themselves in Lagos, they were protesting. In 24 hours, he reversed it because of the common man in the street. A man, are we now operating? Are we operating autocracy? People can no longer talk. People condemn Jonathan. Where are the same people today to talk? Nobody wants to talk. People are dying on daily basis for hungry. You are coming here to tell us that you have a relief of 50% in the trainway station. Is it everybody that can afford it? Let's tell ourselves the truth. Let's tell ourselves the truth before this thing gets out of hand. People are hungry. That is just my little contribution.
I appreciate your contribution, Ken. I know, I get the frustration. I get it. But please, in the spirit of Christmas, just try and be happy today. But yes, that is the essence of us having this conversation. We'll keep hammering, we'll keep hitting the nail on the head until we get it right. But then when it comes to the train, initiative, the federal government removed 100% of it. We're talking about the road service is the one that is taking off 50%. But then Shatima made mention of the implementation of this, where sometimes the federal government just work with some, transport fare companies, and people might not really be able to get to this transport fare. So it's not everybody that gets to benefit from this. Good morning. Good morning. Do you have the caller?
Good morning.
Yes, your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Daniel from Jalingo.
Daniel from Jalingo. All right, let's hear your take.
Yes. Honestly, what is happening in this country is very bad. My experience on this transport fare, with the reduction in fuel price, there is still increase of 40 to 45% of transport fare. Imagine my woman is moving from Uyo to Jalingo. The transport fare, which was 18,000 as for them, has now shifted to 30,000. And those are the part charge her for 4 empty jerrycans, 20-liter empty jerrycans, 2,000 naira per one. Where are we going to? This kind of extension is very bad. I used to say this. Everything we are gathering in this country, in the next 100 years, you that is speaking to you, and you that is sitting in the studio, including the child that they gave birth to today, if care is not taken, it will look as if they have never been existed in this world. That is the truth of the matter. Why are we accepting? You will collect that kind of amount and later go back to the market and buy things in higher price. Honestly, it's very bad. So what I'm telling, my suggestion here to bring this thing down is that federal government should try and bring out and what do you call it, construct more railways, so that to reduce this kind of things. When there is railway, the railway are functioning. People will now prefer to go through railway than going through the transport, what do you call it, vehicles. So please, we Nigerians, we have problems, not the leaders. The leaders at the top are trying, but we at the caste level, we are very much dangerous than them. That is the truth.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I appreciate you, Daniel, for that. Yes, okay, there is a push for, train. If I get Daniel right, saying that there should be more, train stations to be established. That way, it would be more easier. Now, one thing, our caller from Edo spoke about is how distant it is from where they live, from Auchi to where the train station is, and that is really something a cause to worry, because we all know how every station, train, air station, it has to be really far from the city. So that is something that also causes concern, because at the end of the day, even if there is reduction in that part, before you get there is extra spending. When you're picked from there to where your location, there is extra spending, and I don't know honestly. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Olanrewaju from Lagos, Nigeria.
Olanrewaju from Lagos. Good to have you this morning. Merry Christmas. Let's hear your take on today's topic.
Okay. Now, it's a welcome development for this 50% transport discount that the government they are proposing. I've listened to a lot of people that called in. The problem is more onto we Nigerian people, apart from the government side. The government, I know they are doing their bit, but we still need more. But a lot of people are very wicked. Now, some of them will get fuel at maybe lower price, maybe 900. Their calculation is too much. They'll be expecting to get like times 7 of the normal profit they want to. Those are the problem we're having. So the government, we need to also calm down and help ourselves. The private transporters, they need to calm down and help ourselves. Where they're supposed to maybe add a little bit of 500, like 100 naira. Some of them we had maybe like 300. So those are the things. So I just pray that from the government side and from the other private transporter, they will be able to calm down and let's help ourselves. Yeah. That's my contribution this morning. Thank you.
I appreciate you, Olanrewaju. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
All right. So indeed, at the end of the day, we have to work together to make sure our country moves together, to make it easy for each other. We cannot keep blaming a party to say you are the cause when we are also doing as little as you think your own is little. It's a contributing factor to the problem. But then, yes, the president, decided to do this, considering he knows, in his recent media chat, he spoke about how he knows what Nigerians are going through, and he decided to do this. But I get on the other concern of people saying, first of all, there is a lot of hindrance when it comes to the implementation of this. One would be the fact that not every car parks, not only car transport organization has to deal with the government. Other part is even the ones that do not, they tend to charge exorbitantly when not even necessary. Good morning. Good morning. Your name and where you're calling us from?
Good morning. I'm calling from Asama Delta State.
Good to have you from Delta. Please turn down the volume of your device. I can hear myself through your phone. Can you please turn down the volume of your device?
Yes, now.
Okay, go ahead. Let's hear your thoughts on the topic today.
My own contribution is as regard to implementation of the 50% transport cost. In Nigeria, we are really bringing out policies that are extremely good without actually making a provision how they will be implemented. And because of the dishonesty in most Nigerians and organizations, you will discover that people who are supposed to benefit from this 50% transport will not benefit from it. And you discover that some people who are in the corridors of power will use these policies to enrich themselves. We have had similar policies that are being marshaled out by government, but yes, the masses are never beneficiary of it. Don't be surprised by the time the Christmas is over, ask the poor masses, how many people benefit from the 50% transport cost? You hardly see anyone that will benefit from it. So we should not just bring out the policy without mapping out a way to the people that needed this policy be able to enjoy it. So I don't know what the government has put in place to ensure that the poor masses will benefit from that 50% cut. Not that some persons in the government will use it to enrich themselves, and that will be it. That's my own contribution.
I appreciate that contribution, indeed. As a call on the government to do, the best when it comes to, having an initiative. It's not just about saying it; it's about also making sure it gets to the right beneficiaries or the intended beneficiaries. We've seen how some palliatives come and they don't really go through the main people that are needed. Instead, the people that are meant to already have at least enough could even get a thing or two from that, since they're the ones sharing it, will now be the ones siphoning when they know they're even better than the people that are supposed to receive. Something is just wrong with the system that we just have to look into. But then, yes, we have few messages that I'll just read out to quickly. This one is from Ahmed S. Bima Enagi from Niger State. I appreciate you always, Ahmed. He said, my friend came back to Mina yesterday and there is nothing like the discount of 50%. Well, that is really sad because that would have at least helped this friend of yours. Another person said, good morning. 50% discount is a good idea from the federal government. How I wish the president will hear the masses on price control. This is from Jamil Gidigo from Yola. Now, Jamil, in the media press, the media chat that the president had, when presented with that price control, the president said there is no plan for it yet, even when people were pushing for it. Now, we talked about the pros and cons, saying there's advantage to it and there's also the disadvantage to it. I think the president weighs from his perspective and he feels the disadvantage outweighs the advantage. Hence the reason why he said there is no plan for it yet. But we have someone also, Osman Gado, Adam from Maiduguri. He said, discount or not does not matter. Just bring back subsidy for people to live in peace in our own country. Please, must this country kill the living ones today in order to bring the future generations? We are dying. Children are dying. Please save the living ones today and gradually prepare for the future generations. I appreciate you, Usman, and I hope this message gets to the president, because one thing the president always says is that he's thinking about, I beg your pardon, he's thinking about the future of the country. It's all about what the country would look like in future. And as yes, we want a better future for Nigeria. But then now you're saying that people right now are dying. We cannot think about future when people are losing their lives now of hunger, life difficulties, and all of that. So we hope, if Mr. President, this message does get to you, you listen to the people. If it finds its way through your people, these people should please hand this message to the people. This is Nigerians speaking with their president. But I appreciate all of you for calling in this morning to share your take. Let's not forget, it's the spirit of Christmas. Please try as much as possible to be happy this season, and hopefully next year will bring a better and sweeter situation for us. We'll take a break, and when we'll come back and I catch my breath, hopefully we'll get to talk to a religious cleric that will be talking and walking us through the spirit of Christmas. So stay with us.